What I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and get these roasts cut up. You want them cut up in about 1-inch chunks to feed them through the chute on the meat grinder. So that's what we're going to do first. Now I got 2 chuck roasts. Chuck roasts are pretty good for this. They brown well, they grind well. It's a more tender cut of meat. These are kind of fatty, so I think I'm looking at like an 80-20 mix today, which is okay. That's where all the flavor is in that fat. Flip this around so we can do it so y'all can see it a little bit better. And I got a little distracted here for a minute because I'm a University of Michigan fan. My husband's an Ohio State fan. So we have our own family rivalry going on all the time. And Michigan just finished playing and they won 19-17, which is just amazing. I was worried about this game. I didn't know if they'd win it or not. I knew it was going to be a tough one. And it's over and they won. So look out, Ohio State. We're coming for you next week. Can't wait. It's going to be a fun day. We have a fun rivalry. I don't want all of this fat, so I'm going to cut some of that out. Set that over there. It's a fun rivalry for Mike and I. We have flags out in front, and when a team loses, we drop them at half-mast. My Michigan and his Ohio State, of course. We will drop them at half-mast if they lose, and neither one of them has lost this year. So this year's game is going to be a really, really good game, I think. And I'm so happy that my Michigan team is playing so good this year. They did really good last year. They did even better this year. No losses yet. Next week's a determiner. Who's it going to be, Ohio State or Michigan? You guys leave something in the comments. And we'll just keep cutting away. Alright, next step is to get the meat ground. So I'm going to get some of this up here in my little tray to get us started, but I'll probably just be pulling it out of the bowl. That's what I usually end up doing. And today I'm only going to do a single grind on this. I usually do a double grind, but I find with the double grind that the meat gets a little grainy, and I don't like the grainy. That grainy is good for if you're going to make some like chili sauce for hot dogs or things like that. So I'm going to get my KitchenAid mixer, which is my baby toy. I'm going to set it at 4 to get it going, and then we're going to start dumping the meat in the chute. And as you can see in the one camera shot, I do have a camera sitting here because I'm an ASMR kind of gal, so I wanted to get the meat coming out of there for you all because I like my picture-in-picture stuff. But as you can see, in the one shot, there's a camera there, and you will see that on occasion because I literally have the tiniest kitchen in the world, so this will go really quick. I am probably not going to buy my roast from the local grocer anymore because I'm worried about all the stuff that they might put in it to plump it up. And I was a little disappointed in this. The one roast that I bought, it said it was 2 pounds, 2.74 ounces in the package. And when I weighed it out of the package, it was only 2 pounds, 10 ounces. And I don't know about you all, they should have that, the cost for the containers they use in the price of the meat, so I shouldn't be paying double for the containers that they use. So I'm going to be going to my local meat market when I want my roast. That way I know I'm getting meat, I'm not getting the packaging. And like I said, this goes really quick. This is 4 pounds of meat. It's a little fattier than I'm used to because, like I said, it was cheap. But I'm looking at the grind in the bowl, and it's looking pretty good. I'm stuck here. That was a little too big. And I normally grind this twice. I'm just going to do it once this time. And I'm going to get 4 packages out of this, 4 meals. And that's not bad at $4.50 a pound. So I'm going to just shut up and let you guys deal with this lovely ASMR I got going on because that's the way I look at it. I love to cook, and this is just fun to do. So the grinding's done, and there you have it. There's a big bowl of meat that I gotta package up and freeze. I'm loving it. I'm gonna just stir this up a little bit and get all the goodness mixed together. And we are gonna have some burger in the freezer for anything we gotta cook. And next step is gonna be to vacuum seal this bad boy and get it going. I've got my bags all ready to go. Looking at 3 bags, actually 4 bags of meat, and they end up being about 1 pound 3 ounces each. So now I'm going to vacuum seal them, and I got to talk to you about this vacuum sealer. I got a Primal Tech because I was using another brand of vacuum sealer and I would burn them out every year. We do a lot of canning, we do a lot of freezing, and it just seemed like I'd get the other brand and they would burn out. So I bought this one 3 years ago. It's a Primal Tech commercial brand, and it's lasted and it's done its thing for us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to vacuum seal all this meat. Just going to push it down here. And I'm going to push dry seal because this is pretty dry. I shouldn't get a lot of juice out of it. And we're just going to vacuum seal it. I love this thing. I actually buy the bags that go with the Primal Tech because you actually can use the bags from the other vacuum sealer on this, but these bags are so much better. They're a heavier gauge plastic, and they seal so much better. So that's what I like to use. There's one down, and we got 3 more to go. I'm not freezing all of it today because I do have another recipe that you will be seeing here in the near future. And today's Saturday video day, and I'm running a little late today because I've been following both the Michigan and Ohio State games, and right now at the half, Ohio State's losing by 3 points, so they need to come back in the second half and really do their thing. It's going to be a good game next week. I can't wait. I actually, on this too, I have a manual seal. I used it. We put up corn this year, and I usually put it in freezer bags and push all the air out of it. But I actually vacuum sealed them this year because this has a manual function on it, and it works so great. This is another one of my good investments. It was expensive. You can go out on the interweb and you can see they're expensive, but it was worth the money to not burn them out. I was spending $120 to $150 a year on a vacuum sealer that would die at the end of the canning or processing season, and it just really wasn't worth it for me anymore. So I'm a little fish in the pond. I know Primal Tech doesn't sponsor me because, hey, with the few subscribers I have, they're not interested in me at all. They want the big fish. But if you are looking into something like this, this is the way to go. I'm telling you. And now we've got all of our meat done. So now it's time to throw it in the freezer and start the next recipe. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. You're part of the family, and I just enjoy doing what I'm doing for you, and hopefully I can give you a few tips and pointers on cooking in your kitchen. So you all have a wonderful evening, and good night.